Hi, this is Tiffany Burton. I'm doing my Module 9 reflection. Number 1 says, describe the role of assistive technologies in the classroom. So assistive technologies will help students with disabilities, mental disabilities, physical disabilities, some emotional disabilities. These will help your kids able to learn better, to help them learn better, to provide a physical place for them to be at. So if your student was in a wheelchair, they had a desk that they could just wheel up to and sit under and not have any problems getting their wheelchair under. Some students have difficulties getting in underneath the desk with a wheelchair because they're higher than the wheelchair itself is higher than the desk. I know they make a lot of wheelchairs specifically for people with like cerebral palsy and things like that so that they don't have as high arms, but still the adaptations in the classroom are great for people with disabilities. What past experiences have you had with assistive technologies? I personally work in the special education department. I have not worked with very many. The main one that I can think of, and I can't remember the name of it right now, is this giant cardboard. It's not really a box, but it's like a board, and you put it around your student so that your student can't see what's going on, and it helps block out some of the physical distractions. So like if students are up and down or raising their hand and having the teacher come over, that has been our number one help. A weighted vest has also been helpful for students who have autism or ADHD. Those have been my two personal experiences with assistive technologies. Out of the assistive technologies looked at this week, which did you find the most interesting or the most applicable for your teaching area? I'm going to go with the most interesting. The most interesting one that I found was the Speak to Talk, the TTP. I think that's the name of it. I'm sorry. And so I thought that was very fascinating because you don't think about a lot of these students until you have one. And I thought it was awesome that kids could just talk into this microphone and it would relay the message that needed to be sent, or if they typed it and then it could talk for them, like a Stephen Hawking kind of thing. I thought that was really fascinating. I'd like to learn more about it. I actually have it bookmarked in my tabs to go back and look and learn a little bit more. Number 2 says, as provided in the Boozman 2011 article, describe 3 of the 6 applications of assistive technologies and give an example of each that is not referenced in the article. So I went with existence, communications, and environmental interactions. Existence, functions that are necessary to sustain life. Examples are your personal care, sleeping, and feeding. There are some low-tech devices, so like you could have a spoon with a wider grip on it, so that if you don't have the best fine motor grip, you can still use the spoon and eat. Some of these are really inexpensive. They have some more high-tech devices, and it says augmentation, communication aids, powered mobility equipment, and computers, along with peripheral devices. The one that I looked up and found myself was an adapted food cutting board. And so what it is a cutting board, and then you place your fruit or vegetable or whatever you're needing to cut on, and it has a thing that will hold it for you, and then you can cut. So instead of needing 2 hands to cut something, like I would need 2 hands to cut an onion, some people don't have the use of their left hand, like for a stroke victim or something, and so they would there's a device that holds your onion in place while you use your good hand to cut. I thought that was really neat. Communications includes both oral and written expressions, as well as visual, auditory reception, and social interaction. These technologies can improve participation because it allows a student to communicate with their peers, which is great because students need to talk with their peers to learn how to get along in a workplace and to learn in general. Some examples are message boards, FM systems, and picture systems. The one that I picked that I did a little more research on was an infrared system. And so what it does is it uses a light to transmit sound. So a transmitter converts the sound like a doorbell. So somebody will push the doorbell, the sound will transmit to your device, and your device will transmit it back to a sound that you can hear. And I think that that is completely awesome because some people can't hear, and they have either they can't hear as well or they're totally deaf. And so it's really nice to be able to have that so that they know, hey, that's my doorbell, or hey, that's the microwave dinging, or hey, my teacher's calling on me. Any of those things, I find that awesome. I didn't even know that existed. Environmental interactions are activities associated with your activities of daily living. Examples are adjustable desk, like I talked about earlier, alternative light switches, so instead of just a flip on or off switch, they could have like a remote control switch or something along those lines. And adjustable desk. Adjustable desk is great because you can lift it up or down lower depending on how tall or short you are, if you're in a big wheelchair or a little wheelchair, if you even need a wheelchair, if you need, if your legs are shorter or longer, that kind of thing. This application is important to the level of independence an individual has in the classroom and in the community. So we have a student who he can't hear very well, but he can't walk around very well. His gait is very unstable. And so he doesn't use a walker or cane or anything, but we have to have some grab bars for him to hold on to in the bathroom so that he doesn't fall over or anything like that. His para, he has a 1-to-1 para, and his para is a female and he's a male. And so she can't be in the bathroom with him, but he still has to go to the bathroom. So the bathroom modifications that I have seen for him are the grab bars. They also have non-slip mats in case the floor gets wet, because that happens in a bathroom. And they have a toilet seat riser so that he doesn't have to squat so far to get down, or if somebody has a problem being up high because they're not as tall, then a toilet seat lower, or a toilet that's lower than normal. Number 3 says, find one additional assistive technology that was not listed in the module and provide an overview of what it is, how it works, and where you found it. So what I found is Math Talk. I love math, and I think it's totally fascinating. Math Talk is a speech recognition software, so you would talk into a microphone, you would tell Math Talk your problem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared, a equals 6, b equals 6, and c equals 0. And so you would work the problem out for Math Talk. The Math Talk doesn't work it out for you. You have to work it out, but you visually talk it, and I myself have to talk myself through a math problem to get through it. And some people learn like that, and some people have a disability where they can't write, or if they write, they usually write backwards, like dyslexia. So the Math Talk was totally awesome. I loved it. The program works with the Dragon Naturally Speaking. My father uses Dragon, so he can text and drive, but he's not texting. He's just talking into his phone, and it sends the text out. Dragon is amazing. Let's see. The program can be used for students with blindness or vision disabilities. It can also integrate Braille and translate into foreign languages. So I found this just by Googling math help for students with disabilities, and quite a few things popped up, but this one was the most fascinating, just because not everybody, my kids in my classroom struggle with their handwriting, so having a program where they can just type it, or they can talk to the computer and the computer will write it for them, is great. 1, it's great for the student. 2, it's great for me because I'm grading that paper saying I can't read any of this, you're going to have to go back and redo it. So, very interesting lesson. I enjoyed learning about this one, and I have some more research to do. Again, this is Tiffany Burton with Module Review number 9. Thank you.